Hello, I'm Kate Stichina on InstaForex TV with the fresh Forex news. The current week will be unfavorable for the Japanese yen. This is connected not only with the new Tyson funds launch, but also with intense talks of a possible revaluation of the Chinese yuan, and with increasing anticipations of deflation in Japan. Amid this data, the yen will not only continue to decline versus the US dollar, but will also lose its positions against other currencies. A single scale of investments in Tyson, investment funds in foreign currencies intended for the Japanese retail investors, is enough for the yen to look hesitant. According to Berkeley Capital, this week, Tyson funds for GPI 3.36 billion will be launched, which will bring to a massive outflow of funds from the yen, putting it under bearish pressure. In the meantime, a bearish pressure on the yen from the part of the yuan is also possible. The talks of the People's Bank of China to start a lesser limitation of the national currency growth versus the US dollar within the previous 1 or 2 weeks have gathered momentum, since the data on foreign trading have shown that the Chinese export has restored and the maintenance of the undervalued yuan exchange rate against other currencies should not already be a top priority task. Meanwhile, the fears of the China's economy overheating are still real. The People's Bank of China has already increased the minimum requirements to banks in order to curb the excessive crediting. The strengthening of the domestic currency with the purpose of further policy stiffening is now seen as the next possible step. For the yen, this news appears to be bad. In the past, the tightening of the monetary policy threat in China supported the yen because the investors converted their funds into shelter assets, worrying about the world economic recovery. The situation can recur at least at the beginning. Nevertheless, the advantages of the yuan reinforcement will soon be dominating for the market participants around the world. This will improve their sentiments and will bring to dumping of demand for the yen. Subsidiary reasons for the yen selling are likely to emerge in relation to the rising deflationary fears in Japan. Last week, the data according to which in the fourth quarter the GDP deflator proved higher than forecasted were released. It is assumed that this week the disappointing reports on the further decrease of consumer prices, downfall in retail sales, and the drop in new houses stats will be published. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News Team. Goodbye.